Those Sundays are really neat opportunities, and for a number of players, it's their first time to go through something like that. So I think it goes back to the UNB philosophy of making a difference. And as a coaching staff, you think, okay, well, how can we make a difference with our group tomorrow? You meet on Saturday, and we had played Saturday against a good arch rival, St. FX, and had a really good outing. And sometimes you have a big win like that, you want to just move on. You want to enjoy it because it was well earned. But the enjoyment has to be short term because you got a bigger game coming up. So I know when Saturday and we've been lucky, we've got a lot of experience on going through this, and you can pick up a lot of things, both positively or things that you'd try to do differently. So I know really the prep for Sunday starts Saturday after the game, and it's getting food in our group, having a really good supper, and then we didn't know who our opponent would be at that time, and so you get a later meeting that night with the group, and I have to, the coaching staff were outstanding and putting video together. I know we had a group of 3 kind of student managers, Ty Orr, Jordan Hunter, and Matt Smith, and they were up all hours, because we have. They put the different video and packages together, and then also we have a little thing that we, a little newsletter that's under everyone's door the next morning. So you do a lot on Saturday to hopefully set up Sunday. And the day itself is, the decision was, do we go down and skate, or do we just do something as a group? And then even on the Saturday, we decided not to skate. And if guys want to, we did some movement prep, and the same thing on Sunday, we did some movement prep. But you could sense the excitement when the coaching staff, we usually get to the rink earlier than the team, but when the group came into the rink, there's a lot of excitement in the group. You could tell the presence that they're a very focused group, and we're fortunate to have some guys with experience of winning a couple of national championships and looking for their 3rd national championship. Our captain Marcus McIver and Steven Anderson and those players. You could sense that this was that it wasn't going to be too big for this group, that they were ready to go. I always say let's get through the first 5 minutes, and we know we have a good opponent, and in that rink in Lethbridge, it was a terrific venue. It's not it would be terrific with a full attendance for sure. But the both benches are side by side, so there's a lot of adrenaline going right off the bat. The 2 top programs in the country, getting a chance to meet in the finals, and so there's a lot of pride on the line for both groups. So you just try to get settled and get everyone a shift, all 4 lines, all 60, get a shift. You try to get some shots on goal, but also, get your goalie some shots too, probably, to field the puck. So, just kind of getting established of what we want to be. You have no idea, we've been in a number of these games. You don't know how the game's going to go, but you're in the now, or in the moment. It's this shift, and then in your head you think, okay, who's the next shift? Do I have to match up? You try to get a gauge of who's going early, and a lot of times in the first 5 minutes, if you find someone's going, you want to maybe give that line a little extra ice time. And a key, I think, in nationals is, if you get a chance to score first, that's always a big positive, although in that particular game we didn't score first. You have your plan for the game, but there was a number, I'm going to use the word shit fires at us early. We had penalty, ran into some penalty problems, and then we had a 5-on-3 against us when they, a bit of a tough call on Joe Gattenby with a follow through, getting the puck out of our zone, and ended up being 4 minutes. And they had a extended, 2-minute 5-on-3 and an extended 4-minute power play, and thankfully they took a penalty on Mark Simpson right off the face-off, which I think was a big turning point of the game. And when our penalty kill, we have a lot of pride in our special teams, both power play and penalty kill, and improved in that game. We got through that penalty kill, which was, I think, important. I think you always say, okay, worst case scenario, if we do go down, we still got a lot of time left and stuff like that. But we got through that, and then, I think you get a chance to tie it up, and then I think that always gives you some confidence. And, a couple of first-year players in Razel and Dove McFalls combined for that. So I think that was a big goal, a lot of emotion on the bench, that type of thing. So then you kind of set the course. Okay, you get a gauge of the game, and you kind of see what your opponent is, and then you have some. Okay, this is things that you plan to do, and then maybe there's the odd adjustment to do. But yeah, you're feeling pretty good then, and it's a good back and forth. I think both teams are finding their game, and it's two good groups, and I think there's another boost of confidence when Coop scored. He's a real popular player with our group. To get a chance to score in a national final, that big goal like that, guys were excited for him, that type of thing. And then going back to special teams, Henny does such a great job. Goody with a penalty kill and Henny with the power play. And, we had seen some things on the video that thought would work. And then, when Chris scored that was, you get a 3-1 lead and you think, okay, that's, good confidence booster. But again, you try to keep things in the moment. It's really get ready for the next shift and let's win that shift. You go back maybe, between the second and third and with the group, and it's a terrific opportunity. And we have a lot of pride that we're a team that wants to get better as the game progresses. We want to really start fast in the first, but we want to have, second period can often be a separator. And you're here in the National Hockey League now, with the long change on the bench, and if you can hem a team in offensive zone, it's you can get a change in before they do, and have extended time in the offensive zone. And so I think credit to the group, they won the second period, and and we always prided a third period hockey club. Most national championships are won in the third period. So you train all year for that. Your off ice conditioning from September onward is getting ready for March. So we've been through this before, and now it's reality. We've played this scenario before, practice and different things like that. So I think guys are excited. They had a little hiccup there when Alberta went to 3-2, but I think it was probably like 3 or 4 minutes later when Raz scores. 3-2, and they got a terrific, lots of firepower. So you're in a real good game, and just give us a little extended. It was, I think, on the bench when Raz scored again. Another first-year player for us, and a guy from Alberta that had played his whole career in Lethbridge. So it's pretty fitting when you kind of think of that. But yeah, a lot of pride when we do have the lead. I think we want to get the lead. That's the whole key of the hockey game, and then when you get it, you want to protect it. But I think, if you get opportunities, you want to extend it. And, that's been a mantra of ours for many, many years. So it was a terrific opportunity for us. And even getting down to the last 3 and 4 minutes, I know we had a number of icings, but I think we had a lot of confidence. And, Mark Simpson and Sam Dove McFalls, we had 2 excellent centermen. We won a lot of face-offs. I said to Coach Henniker, I said, we've got to come up with maybe one more breakout off of D-zone face-off if we get this occasion again. But, I think the face-offs were real key for us in the third, and the group, we didn't really give up many shots in the third period. And Alex had tremendous tournament for us, and then he made, there was a save in the third that he made probably halfway through. That was maybe the save of the tournament, off one of their skilled players. So yeah, full credit, and it's always exciting, even with a 2-goal lead down in the last couple of minutes. You can't take anything for granted. It's playing and winning that shift. But it was, it's one of those special times when you be on the bench and just see the excitement of the group, and the mission accomplished. By that stage, it's a lot of habit of what you do on the ice, but it's also a lot of, I guess, habitual sayings. Okay, we had a goal or a theme for that particular tournament and for the particular year. So you just keep coming back to that theme, and you come back to the, our whole, what we're all about at UNB, and then, and a great opportunity. And we have, some rituals that we do between the second and third that are consistent, whether it's the first game of the season and an exhibition game, whether it's the last game of the season, the national finals. So yeah, they were excited, and you can see, in the eyes, and now it's just going, now finishing the mission off. You got to stay in the moment, but if you have a 2-goal lead, you just look at what the group accomplished all year, and just how hard they had to work and how hard you have to push. What you see is on the ice, but it was a commitment level, to the workouts, to the practice, and then, you're just gratified for the whole group. We have so many people that help, and We have a thing, everybody matters. We need for everyone on our team, everyone has to make a contribution, and then our staff the same thing. And we have so many people that help. All those little things that make the big thing possible. So yeah, it's really outstanding. You're really proud of the group and everything what everyone put into the effort to get to that. It's not easy. And it's much appreciated because you never know. You need a lot of things your way to accomplish that. And and then it's pandemonium after that. The staff usually get together first, behind the bench, and a good handshake and a good hug, and you thank everyone for their efforts, because we need the efforts of everyone. It's just a fine line, and someone once asked me, I think we were in Halifax Sportsnet before the national final down there against St. Francis, and there was 10,000 in the building that night, and they asked, what's the secret of the UNB success? Your team seems to play really well in big games. And I said, well, when I come to the arena, I try to get there early, and I said, I try to find the lady. And the Sportsnet guy, the lady, what lady? I said, well, Lady Luck. And because there's so many plays in hockey, puck bounce this, a half an inch there, half an inch there, and you need a little bit of luck, along the way. And I think the harder you work and the more you're prepared, usually you get the luck on that side. But so all those factors come into it. And so it's rejoicing, and you're so proud of the group of what they have accomplished, and it's very, very special, that's for sure. It has to be an ultimate group effort, but if it didn't mean something, it wouldn't be heroes, So I think we have to be the best at every position, and it may not be. You want your goalie to, and Alex DeBow had the tournament of his life. It's perfect, I think, when you're going to have a fourth-year graduate play, his last 3 games, the best 3 games he played here at UNB. And, he's a very credible goaltender here, but he took it to a new level, And I think a Cam Brace here in the Aiken Center scored 4 goals in his last game as a fifth-year player. So I mean, that's always the goal of the coaching staff and of the program, is can you play your best game, your last game? And that last game sometimes is in September, October, November, and it's incrementally trying to get better. So I think that's and we've been fortunate in Lethbridge with so many people, and there's Alex was outstanding. I think Murph and Marcus were outstanding, but our whole D played well. When you only give up the goals that we did, it was outstanding. But even up front, Clappy, terrific, and Benny, had a big tournament. But I look at Matt Bowden's goal against Carleton. Was a key, a 2-1 win, and that in some ways was the tightest game we played out of the 3, But even in game number 2, Cam Brace, a fifth-year, got us started early. And so I think I said every dog is going to have his day in the sun. And you hope that a lot of them have the days in the sun at the Nationals, which we're fortunate enough in Lethbridge to have that. Right now you're focused on getting our group together for this year, and it's, the next year, I mean, we had a good portion of that group back for Halifax, and had a really good season, a really competitive AUS, and I thought our team was, getting better, and we were really excited for Halifax, and it was really unfortunate that, especially in retrospect, that we didn't get a chance to play when other things did get to play that weekend, and but it is what it is. And then last year, obviously, no university hockey, so you find different ways, and it'll be exciting to get back going this year. And certainly, the teams that make it to the Nationals this year in Halifax, I'm sure will be. Really excited for the opportunity to get back to Nationals. Sometimes you don't appreciate something until you lose it, and we haven't had it the last 2 years. And so I think there'll be a lot of excitement for all 30-plus teams in U Sport this year. Got a lot of new drills. Yeah, I got to credit Rob Henniker. He's been outstanding. Yeah, I mean, I think he improvised, and it's always, trying to make a difference with people goes back to that. And like sometimes you don't always, get a full house or have 3 aces in your hand, and this year with no games, you find different ways. But I have a lot of credit to the players for 85 practices, no showers, extended different rooms, and they kept the focus on getting better. And our staff, the same thing, and even fans. You see fans now that we're going, you see them downtown or emailing, and they've kept an excitement about UNB hockey. So and then we said, listen, let's try to maximize what we can get out of this season. Obviously, we're not going to have games, but we had a lot of development, good practice, and good workouts down in the High Performance Center with Ken Morrison. And so hopefully, I always say that hopefully that incremental and that residual, it's the interest put in this year can hopefully pay off when we start our season coming up in September. We're excited. I think every team will be excited, and it's a new journey. It's post-COVID, and we don't know how the highway is going to be, and that type of thing. All we can control is their attitudes and their work ethic. But we're happy that the AUS has taken initiative. I think that's important, to take initiative, and we have a schedule out, and everything seems pro that we're going to play. And I think that's it's tough that you sit one whole season, and but now the opportunity to play, and I think the group, a lot of new faces for our fans, but I think they'll be really excited about the opportunity of playing, playing opponents, and then hopefully playing in front of people.
He throws a check of his own to send a message right in front of the bench.
Alberta try and slap this one off the boards and out, but Goulet settles it along the near side. Lineker rocks him. Loose puck pops out, and it's angled off the boards to center again by Alberta. Miskey takes a hit from Boucher. Cooper's with it. He'll shoot. That's stopped by Dubois. Still in the crease, but the net's off the moorings. And Alberta with another good look right in front.
Well, this Alberta team we talked about, they're not the biggest team, but they can skate. And again here, Cooper keeps driving the legs, and then when he has no legs, he's still trying to get to the net, fighting to do anything he can to put the puck behind Dubois here. Look at him drive, loses his edging, still gets a shot off, and finishes going to the net. Alberta showing their speed now, starting to get comfortable in this game.
Taylor Cooper, a former Lethbridge Hurricane, familiar with these parts, is a quick shot off the face-off, whistles wide, and another one from Jason Fram is punched up into the air. Comes back down to the AUS MVP this season, Christopher Clapperton on the wing to the net. That's kicked aside by Sawchenko. Now back upstream come the Alberta Golden Bears. On the wing, Palenchuk has it moved away. Brandon McGee is there. In front, Palenchuk looking to shoot. Couldn't pull the trigger as Bolin feathers it to the near side for Clapperton. That's that go ahead for Anderson, who will gently play this one in. Turned over, here's Mark Rassel to the net, scores! Samuel Dubnik Falls answers back. The Reds tie it at 1. So we'll go back to the blocker side of Zach Sawchenko, and UNB win the puck back. As Jason Fram goes into the corner. Chris Bennett had the 4 goals last night. He was a +4 though, so a good night for him to remember.
Very special night.
And it'll be even more special if UNB could find a way to pull off the University Cup title. It would be his first. He was a rookie last year when UNB were ousted in the semis.
I haven't noticed him enough either. I'd like to see him pick up his game here in a lot of parts of this hockey game.
UNB bring it back to the point. Gazzola scores! That one was tipped in front on the power play, or 4-on-4, 4-on-3, almost as much as we have 5-on-5. Biz Clapperton finds Simpson in the slot. He'll quickly go to Tyler Bolin. Back down low, scores! Chris Bennett!
On 5.
Lineker and Dubnik falls. And Alberta take it. They can't shoot it out though. Blocked by McIver. Tried to play it in toward the net. Keyser springs out of the box. Murphy goes into the corner now for even strength. As Kirichenko back through center. In the neutral zone again, it's Sawyer Lang. Pass is fanned on. And now Lineker back to Rehill, plays it ahead, tipped in by Miskey. Here's Dubnik Falls. He'll slide a pass looking for Matt Bowdens. A veteran now playing in his 178th game for UNB. U-Cup, AUS playoffs, and regular season combined. That ties for the all-time UNB Reds lead. This will be his final university game too, as Ben Carroll has a shot from the blue line, directed right to Mark Rassel. He'll lift it in behind Jason Fram. Rassel from a sharp angle, scores! 10 seconds to go. UNB won their first national title in 1998 with head coach Tom Coolin. Ever since, it's been 2 decades of excellence. The UNB Reds are 2019 University Cup champs. For UNB, 8 times national champ.